Howdy folks, this is Checkers, back again with another Conan Exiles video, this time checking in once more with my Pathfinder character. And dawn has just broken on a new day, and I thought we might take a look at how things have changed. My character is now level 32, and has a few more things, probably nothing on him specifically that's too interesting. He does have a new iron truncheon and a rawhide rope to capture folks, a studded iron mace, which is pretty epic. But I thought we would start here so that we could get a comparative look from the last video to the changes made in this base, which is the one I've been focusing on the most in the last several days. And it has grown significantly in size and a little bit in complexity. I've almost completely cut off the pass, which is easy enough for me to get into, but, you know, in my imagination would be harder for an attacking force. So now we get a look at the new entrance, which has some new accoutrements as well. First off, I'd like to point out that there is a difference between this stone and this stone. This is sandstone, and this, what I believe is called, well, let's find out what it's really called. Stone brick foundation. To make a stone brick foundation, you actually have to upgrade the sandstone, and you use 10 bricks and 4 shaped wood and 7 iron reinforcements per foundation you want to upgrade. So it's a significant investment in resources and time. Now this over here is our Wheel of Pain, an improvement over the smaller wheels that are up here. And oh yes, that is a Trebuchet. And oh, 1 second, be right back. Okay, so I just had to check on my cat. Sorry about that. Everything seems to be okay. And just needed some snuggles, so we took some time out for some snuggles, because that's what we do. They help me, and I do my best to always help them. Okay, so let's see, where were we? We have our Wheel of Pain down here, which is multiplayer. Our Wheel of Re-Education, and inside it we actually have now a thrall running it, this Dafari Slaver 2. We have a named character, Benaru Heavy Hands, who appears to be an armorer, Thugra, a named fighter, and a Dafari Tanner 2. Now, thralls make, well, all of your crafting and such work better, and they defend the base. They actually helped me as I got overwhelmed recently and made it all the way back here, and they helped me out. This is the Torturer's work table, or, you know, the bench of re-educational tools, as we like to think of it here, which is where we made our iron truncheon and rawhide rope. And that seems to be about all that it does. So this wheel seems to work faster, and you can have more people in it, but I still have these old ones up here just in case we get more volunteers. And we have new volunteers up here as well. We moved the temple over a little bit. We have a Dafari Tanner working in our tannery and doing an excellent job making tar and leather. And we have a Dafari Carpenter working over here on shaped wood mostly, because, well, we need the shaped wood and the bricks. This furnace I added to make bricks. This is an artisan's table, so we can do things like bracketed torch and braziers. We'll see a brazier in a moment. And let's see, then we have, this is all the same. This is working on iron. We have a new sort of container, this large chest, which holds a significant amount of things, but requires some of the iron reinforcements. And we've got our composting box up there. We have a Hyborian bearer who was attached to a Dafari slaver at some point, and then volunteered to come and work for us. I believe we could have her follow us and act as some extra inventory, but I like keeping my people safe. Anyway, and traveling with me isn't safe. Trebuchet. Yeah, siege weapon. It's not a point and shoot kind of a thing. You want to aim this thing? You aim this thing. Now you see here that it has an inventory. If we try and do anything with it right now, let's say that we came back into the inventory here and we made a boulder. So you see the boulder coming on down here, about halfway done. And good. Now we have a boulder. Okay, so we come over here and fire. No, that's not going to work. Get out of the combat stance there. What you need to do is actually put counterweights in, and it took me a while to figure out how much counterweight, but basically 800 to 25 is, well, a 100% ratio there. Let's take these out for the moment. We can add them here even. So now we have one boulder loaded. We have 825 plus some twine as counterweight, and, well, there we go. There's our boulder going off in the distance. So it looks like it hit by that dust right around there. So let's try it again. I'm thinking that if we pulled, say, 100 stone, let's pull 200. So we've got a 78% load ratio. This should make it fall a little closer to us, I'm a reckoning. You have to kind of get the inventory out of the way. The fire, this seems a little obtuse. Or maybe you just need to have the 100%. Maybe you can only fire more. So let's put that. Let's go get another 100 boulders, or 100 stone. There we go. Crank up our counterweight. I haven't really played with it too much. I don't have anything to attack, so now. Come on. You know you want to. Don't you? Maybe not. Okay, well, our trebuchet. Wait a minute. Do we... There is a reload wheel, but... Oh, look at that. Okay. Alright, well then let's go back in there. We're going to take this. I want to see if we can fire short. 78%. And fire. There's our boulder. It should be closer than about there. It was. So you're really kind of working with some simple artillery here. That's pretty cool. That is our trebuchet. The trouble with trebuchets. Alright. Now, we also have an additional new home with an awesome vertical elevator. And the first one of these I built to actually go up to the bridge that I rebuilt a portion of, and it worked so well I decided that I would build up here, but there were some unintended consequences. As I built out up here, so as I built more to the, let's call it southwest, I started to lose some of the iron nodes that I was getting closer to. This is now my shelter, my home. I have a Sumerian brazier in the middle here, bed with a little candle and jug. The candle and jug, these are things that I pick up as I loot chests or people, and then build, you know, instead of building the set dressing, I bring it home. This is the one difference. I built the brazier because it was really, really dark in here always. The one downside to this is that when sandstorms come, getting up here on this really, really slow elevator can be painful. I have the ability to build something now that would protect me from the sandstorms, but I have not as yet done it. Okay. And we'll just get off here, get a bit of water, have a bite to eat, and we can also take a look at the map. I have been exploring. I've been about as far as, I've been farther than this, been about to here. Things get a little dangerous. There's a warning here not to go further east or it might kill me. I'm not sure if it's a legit warning or if it's just like the people who have captured you trying to make sure you don't escape via the port, because I didn't see any ghost fence, which is the thing that if you like look around, you'll see these ghost fences around the edges that keep you from going places. The summoning place is nearby here. That's where we've gotten the majority of our workers, our re-educated volunteers at this particular base. This is the unnamed city, which is fascinating, filled with scorpions and hyenas. I've been as far north as this, and what I didn't realize at first is the map goes considerably that way. There is quite a bit to Conan Exiles. There is a sarlacc somewhere out in the middle of this place. It's not a sarlacc, but it kind of looks like a sarlacc pit. Ran into elephants and tigers out here. Tigers I could deal with, elephant not so much. Not ready for that. Warren of Degenerates here is a good place to get crystal for glass. Tower of Bats. One of the things on our journey here was to go climb the Tower of Bats. I did that. There's a bat demon up there that I appeared to be able to do nothing to. So good times. Got back down right quick. He didn't eat me, which was a good thing. And yeah, this is how we're progressing at the moment. Getting around. Can go into this summoning place just to show you. It's possible that it's another dungeon like the dregs, but I haven't tried to go in it. If it is, I can't say that I've noticed an entrance, but I wasn't really looking for one either. And I get sidetracked. I want to, you know, like, oh yeah, I should go do that boss in the dregs, but then I need a lot of bricks and iron reinforcement and shaped wood. So I absolutely love the game for that. The more I play this game, the more I want to play this game. And that, to me, is amazing. It's been a very long time since I've had that kind of just sheer glee experience from playing. We need to work out the guards on the outside if we want to go see who's working inside. Come on. I know you want to get closer. There you go. All better. Okay. More volunteers. Always welcome. Okay. He was feeling like half himself that day. And the world gets a little darker here, which is fascinating at night because it gets really darker. Okay, that sound is letting us know there's some story nearby. In this particular case, it's against this wall right here. We can let it tell its story while I deal with the guards.
The rituals and the priest king and his acolytes perform here are messy. But pay them no mind. Be watchful of your sanity. The whispering can have a disturbing effect. Under no circumstances should you be the Lord of Empty Abodes. Its power waxes when it tastes the flesh of your kind.
Okay, so don't let the Lord of Empty Abodes taste my flesh. Gotcha. Here is a carpenter. Incidentally, this is where I found the named armorer.
Someone's coming.
And the bearer. Here's an armorer, slaver, bearer. The ones with tasks seem to kind of leave you alone if you don't agitate them too much. There's a medicine man. There are chests in here. You can pick up banners, and you can place them in your base if you want. Ironstone. You're doing pretty well on iron right now. And I think these two are actually... At least one of them is a fighter. I think one's a cook. Archer. And a cook. Level 1 cook or tier 1 cook. Not sure how they look at it. Okay, and here we have a tanner. And another chest. And another archer. Spice. Sure, I like spice. Banners, bones. Bones, not too bad for grinding in your grinder for the compost pile. We have a confused fighter over there, which is fine. Be confused all you want. Another chest with some glass flask. Sure, we'll take the hide and bone. Should probably have a bite to eat, maybe even a little to drink. And maybe a few bugs to top it off. Bugs are actually pretty good for getting your health up over time. Okay, we have a Defari archer here who I believe is also bugged, because the person in this position never really does anything. And up here is a dancer. Okay, let's see if we can capture a dancer. Why not, right? Hello! One reason is they can poison you. But, you know, a performer... I mean, I'm all about the arts. Okay. No, 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 no. I was killed by a dancer. It was surprising because it was long after they were dead. Okay, so we got our rope. Oh, this is a cookbook, a Defari cookbook, which will, I fear for my life. These Defari cannibals are unthinking brutes with no discipline, and I do not know how much longer I can convince them to leave me alive. The cooking pots reek of human flesh, and my trusty book of recipes counts for naught amongst these savages. Oh, so maybe it's not Defari recipes. There's another chest over here before we take our new volunteer obsidian. I've never seen obsidian before. War paint. Arrowheads, sure. Okay, now we grab our rope and attach to our dancer, and auditioning is rough in the world of Conan Exiles, and, well, the touring leaves a lot to be desired too. Yep. Just collecting a dancer. We'll be on our way now. And there we go. Uh-oh. Not quite.
I will drink your blood.
Maybe you won't. I'm thinking. This is our dancer. Uh-oh. Oh, well, our dancer seems to have, I don't know what happened to the dancer. Honestly, no dancer for us today. I had one of the jobs, tier 3, did the same thing. Kind of went to get them and things went a little sideways. Maybe I should have just used the one-handed weapon. Anyway. Oh well. That is roughly what I've been up to in Conan Exiles with my Pathfinder character. I have a feeling we will see more and more of the game because I adore it. Like, really, I love this game. I'm having so much fun with it. I can't even believe it. I like the fact that, say, when I wanted to climb the Tower of Bats, I could not just climb it, but I could build my way up to it, which is what I did. I even met a priest of Set that way, which now makes 2 people that I've met in the game who will actually talk instead of just attacking. And, you know, aside from that, the ability to alter the world at will is really awesome. Now, I should mention for folks who are not familiar with survival crafting games that there are ways to alter them. This is a server setting, and we can alter almost anything from level progression to the day-night cycle. All of this I've left pretty much alone. Harvesting and crafting and the purge. This I'm not entirely sure about what I'm going to do. I like the building. I'm not sure I'm going to let the purge hit my base. But we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But you can, you know, you can raise the, if it's like most games, you can raise the, like, resource gather rate, right? So instead of getting whatever the default, you know, 3 or 4 stones per hit, you could get, you know, X amount times that. And you can really crank out, you know, more things. And looks like you can do it pretty much across the board. So in general, aside from Rust, every other survival crafting game that I've seen personally, Citadel Forged, Infire, Ark, or Dark and Light, or Empyrean, the ones that I've personally played have all had these server settings that you can manipulate. So you want a peaceful crafting game where you don't really have to worry about things coming to eat you? You can do that. You want to just build like crazy, you know, increase your harvesting rate and go nuts. So they're very flexible game system. I mean, it's really made to tailor to what you want to do, how you want to play it. And I think that is absolutely amazing. I think that's awesome. You know, to my mind, I kind of wish every game would do that so that, you know, people who wanted to have, you know, one experience could have it. People who wanted to have another would have another. People, I think developers and designers get a little too carried away in believing that their way is the only way. Games like this prove that that's not necessarily true, and by allowing people to have a more tailored experience, you have potentially more customers, more fun. And I know that there are games like Mass Effect where you're going to have a more directed, you know, the first 3 Mass Effects, a more directed story approach, and that's okay too, but I think there are a lot of games who needlessly try and hammer their players into an ideal that they have that is maybe not the only way to play. Or maybe it's just me because I like to do things that I'm not really supposed to do in games. Either way, I hope you enjoyed this revisit of Conan Exiles, and let me know in the comments. We'll see where we go from here. And I will keep working at converting my base blocks and leveling and exploring and just enjoying the daylights out of this absolutely amazing game. Alrighty, for the moment I would like to say thank you for watching. I hope you found the video entertaining and maybe even just a little informative. I would like to invite you to subscribe. And thank you kindly if you are already subscribed. I would also like to invite you to like and to share if you so desire. And hey, if you're feeling crazy, go ahead and hit that notification bell and even be warned once in a while when I'm releasing videos. Most of all, though, I would like to ask you to please, please, take care.